Top 10 Rifles That Only Idiots Will Buy. Remington R51. Starting with the Remington R51, a pistol-caliber carbine that promised to combine the classic 1911 feel with the utility of a rifle. Sounds great on paper, right? Unfortunately, the reality was far less impressive. The R51 was plagued with reliability issues from the get-go, ranging from frequent jams to feeding problems that left owners frustrated and gunsmiths busy. Imagine buying a rifle that you can barely rely on to cycle rounds smoothly. That's not just inconvenient, it's downright dangerous in critical situations. What makes this rifle particularly baffling is that Remington, a giant in the firearms industry, failed to iron out the kinks before launch, leaving a sour taste for buyers. Sure, the retro styling and compact design might look appealing to some, but unless you enjoy constant tinkering and trips to the gunsmith, this one's better left on the shelf. Lesson here, don't buy nostalgia at the cost of function. Bushmaster Carbon 15. Next up is the Bushmaster Carbon 15, which tries to impress with a lightweight carbon fiber upper receiver. While lightweight sounds like a dream, the execution was less than stellar. The rifle's notorious for having questionable build quality, where the ultralight material sacrificed durability and long-term reliability. Users have reported loose parts, malfunctions under stress, and even durability concerns during extended range sessions. If you think this sounds like a good trade-off for reduced weight, think again. When your rifle can't keep up with you, it's a problem. Also, the Carbon 15's polymer lower receiver was not as robust as metal alternatives, raising questions about longevity. It's like buying a sports car with flimsy tires. Sure, it looks sleek, but it might not get you far before falling apart. So if you value consistency and toughness, this carbon fiber novelty is probably not your friend. Olympic Arms K16. The Olympic Arms K16 aimed to be a modern take on the AR-15 platform, but it quickly earned a reputation for being more trouble than it's worth. Known for reliability problems and inconsistent parts quality, the K16 often left shooters stranded midsection with failure to feed or eject issues. What's worse is the difficulty in sourcing aftermarket parts due to its somewhat proprietary design, meaning you're stuck with what you get or expensive custom fixes. This rifle's design quirks often frustrated users who found themselves wishing they had gone with a more tried-and-true AR variant. It's almost ironic that a rifle meant to be modern ends up feeling like a relic of poor manufacturing. So, if you don't want to gamble on whether your rifle will run smoothly every time, steering clear of the K16 might save you a lot of headaches and money. Anderson AM15. Anderson's AM15 is marketed as an affordable AR-15 option, but the budget-friendly price tag comes with its own set of compromises. Known among gun communities for questionable quality control, the AM15 sometimes suffers from poor fit and finish, loose tolerances, and parts that don't quite play well together. While it's tempting to buy a rifle with a lower price point, especially if you're just starting out, you often get what you pay for. Imagine owning a rifle that requires constant adjustments to maintain accuracy, or that wears out parts faster than expected. Hardly the experience you want. Although Anderson has made strides in improving their lineup, the M15 often falls short in comparison to more reliable AR builds. The takeaway? If you're going to invest in a rifle, it's worth paying a bit more for quality, not headaches. Rock River Arms LAR-15. Rock River Arms is generally respected, but the LAR-15 series hasn't escaped criticism, particularly regarding its weight and ergonomics. While sturdy and reliable in many respects, these rifles tend to be on the heavier side compared to other AR-style rifles, which can be a real disadvantage if you're carrying it for extended periods. The bulkiness has drawn the ire of shooters looking for a more nimble rifle for tactical or hunting applications. There's also been chatter about inconsistent customer service experiences, which doesn't help when you need support or parts. It's like buying a muscle car that guzzles gas. Sure, it packs a punch, but it's not always practical. So if maneuverability and ease of handling are your priorities, the LAR-15 might leave you wishing you'd looked elsewhere. Delton Echo 316. Delton's Echo 3816 tried to cater to budget-conscious shooters by offering a basic AR-15 platform at a lower price. While affordable, it's often criticized for its flimsy barrel quality and subpar trigger, which impact both durability and shooting comfort. You can think of the Echo 3816 as a car with a great paint job, but an engine that sputters when you push it too hard. For casual plinking, it might suffice, but for serious use, this rifle doesn't inspire much confidence. Moreover, reports of frequent malfunctions and the need for aftermarket upgrades make it clear that you're probably better off investing a bit more upfront for something more dependable. If you're new to rifles, the Echo 316 might seem like a bargain, but remember, sometimes cheap comes with a hidden cost. Armalite M15 Defensive Sporting Rifle. The Armalite M15 DSR was designed to straddle the line between a tactical rifle and a sporting gun, but it ends up not excelling in either category. It's known for being heavier than comparable AR-15 models, which can tire you out quickly during extended use. The trigger system has also faced criticism for lackluster performance, affecting precision shots. On top of that, the price point is relatively high given these drawbacks, making it a poor value proposition. If you're looking for a rifle that's great for competition or defense, the M15 DSR may leave you feeling underwhelmed, like buying a Swiss Army knife with dull blades. So unless you have very specific reasons for choosing this model, you might want to keep searching for something that truly fits your needs without compromise. Black Rain Ordnance Fallout 15. The Black Rain Ordnance Fallout 15 might catch your eye with its rugged, tactical look, but this rifle has its fair share of issues. It's often criticized for being heavy and cumbersome, with ergonomics that don't quite suit all shooters. The proprietary parts can also complicate repairs or upgrades, which is a big red flag if you value customization or easy maintenance. Users have reported inconsistent performance and a trigger that leaves much to be desired, turning what should be an enjoyable shooting experience into a frustrating one. Buying this rifle is a bit like picking a fancy gadget without checking if the batteries are included. It looks cool, but doesn't deliver when you need it most. For anyone serious about reliability and comfort, the Fallout 15 isn't a smart pick. Now, Hesse HAR-25 is an interesting entry because it markets itself as a 7.62x39 rifle built on an AR platform. The idea sounds promising, combining the popular AR ergonomics with a more powerful cartridge, but in practice, the AR-25 has been criticized for poor reliability and suboptimal engineering. Shooters often report feeding issues and excessive recoil that makes the rifle harder to control than traditional ARs. Additionally, aftermarket support is limited, meaning if something breaks, finding parts or upgrades can be a real challenge. This rifle is a classic case of an ambitious concept not fully executed. So if you want a 7.62x39, you're probably better off with a tried-and-true AK variant than an awkward Frankenstein AR. This is one of those buys that screams buyer beware. Franklin Armory XO26. Last but not least, the Franklin Armory XO26 tries to blend innovation with the AR platform by featuring a binary trigger system and unique design choices. However, the rifle's complexity often leads to reliability problems and a learning curve that many shooters find frustrating. The binary trigger, while exciting for some, is controversial and can be intimidating for new users or those unfamiliar with such technology. Plus, this rifle requires careful maintenance to keep it running smoothly, making it less than ideal for beginners or those wanting a straightforward shooting experience. Think of the XO26 as a high-tech sports car. You need to know how to drive it properly, or you'll end up stalled on the side of the road. For most practical shooters, this rifle's quirks and demands simply don't justify its novelty. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, please like this video, subscribe for more honest firearm reviews and insights, and drop a comment below sharing your own experiences or any rifles you think should have made this list. Thanks for watching.